Hello everyone, welcome to EduTap and also welcome to 5 MCQs a day series, and the series it is going on for your covering the syllabus of both NABARD Grade A as well as IBPS AFO examination. Alright, and currently we are on chapter Fisheries that we are doing, and this is day 29th, and all the ARD static questions that are there in this particular chapter we are covering all that. Alright, so is everything audible and visible? Could someone please clarify so that we can move ahead? So before we proceed with the chapters, so to our new audience, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can also join our Telegram channel to get the PDF of every lecture that we provide here on YouTube. Alright, so see, we have already covered two chapters before, two topics on this, and this is the third one, I guess, right? And we are doing that every Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays live at 1 p.m. Alright, so today it is the last day that we're covering fisheries. After that we'll move ahead with the next chapter. And yeah, so the first question over here of this particular lecture, it is what or which of the following, right? Which of the following is or are cartilaginous fish or fishes? So in our last class, if you have watched it, we studied about chondrichthyes and osteichthyes, right? So if you haven't watched the last video, you can find the link in the description box also. And if you have watched, so we know that one of that is cartilages and one of that is osteichthyes. So you have to, so what happens in examination, it's not always that you will get the straightforward questions, right? So herein the cartilaginous has been asked instead of writing chondrichthyes. So remember, chondrichthyes are those fishes in which the vertebrates, the backbone, it is, or you can say endoskeleton, that is made up of cartilage. Cartilage is the best example, could be your this ear, right? So it is made up of cartilage, it is not bone, so it is kind of softer than the bone but not as soft as the other parts, right? And then we have osteichthyes, whose inside skeleton, that is made up of bones. So in last class we did of osteichthyes, so I decided to cover chondrichthyes in this. And following are the options. See, the correct answer over here, it is option number D, that is all of the above. So all these are example of your chondrichthyes. This is a class that contain cartilaginous fishes. So all the fishes, they have cartilage in their endoskeleton. Now let's move to question number 2, which is which of the following is or are true for cage system in fish farming. Alright, so here in this fish farming, it is a type of farming system that is followed while rearing fishes, and there are the following options, and you have to tell that which of the following is the correct of the above. Right, so see, the correct answer over here, it is option number E, that is none of the above. So what is the following say? That what is true means none of the statement of them it is true. First let's see how this cage system it look like. So what happens in your natural sea body, you can say whatever natural body of water that is there, cages are inserted and fish, they are cultivated or reared in this natural condition. So the first statement, it says fish cages are placed only in lakes, because herein this only in lakes was given, so that's why it became the wrong statement. Because in any water body, it could be any of the natural water bodies, it could be sea, it could be ocean, anything, that is why this is the wrong answer. Now the second one says cage system is also called as onshore cultivation. What is onshore? What is offshore? Onshore means beside the water body. So if this is water, so this land, this is known as onshore. Alright, so because as we can see in the picture also, these fishes are reared in the natural environment only, that is why this is a offshore system and not onshore system. That is why this statement it is false. Next is only lake water is suitable for such fish farming. Again, this is wrong, because any water body you can use to for the cage system of fish farming. Alright, so that is why none of the above is the correct answer. Next, before that, we have an announcement that we are currently running 40 plus 10% off on all our courses, and as you can see these courses in the screen, you can avail 40 plus 10% off in that by using the code PONGAL, and this code it is valid till 16th January 2022, so do not miss the opportunity. You can find NABARD Grade A as well as IBPS AFO examination over here. All right, so now let's move to question number 3. As I can see in last one, the code, it is not visible, so I'm writing over here the code name is PONGAL, Pongal. You can also find that in the PDF that you will get in the Telegram channel, right? So now question number 3, it says dash is the form of aquaculture which includes cultivation, propagation and marketing of fishes. So one of the following type of farming system, herein what you can get, it includes all the cultivation that is associated with fisheries, propagation of all the fishes that is reared, and also the marketing of it. So which of the following system is that? See, the correct answer over here, it is option number A, that is commercial fishing. So what is commercial? As the name suggests itself, that is done for commercial purpose, for business purpose, and that is why it includes everything: cultivation, propagation as well as marketing of it. Now question number 4 is the minimum storage temperature required post harvest is. So what happens in that? What is post harvest? That is after harvesting, after the fish has reached to that particular stage wherein now it is finally it is grown enough to consume. So that is known as harvesting. So what we do, basically we then remove the fishes from water whenever we feel like now it is ready for the consumption, or for whatever purpose we have sown it for, not only fishes but any aquatic organism that you have grown or reared. So that is known as harvesting. Post harvesting means after that. So because these are live organisms, right, or you can say these are bioorganisms, so these degrade fast, right? So that is why some post harvest we have to apply some techniques herein, so that the fish, it can be used or it can be consumed for a longer period of time. So herein one of the method is that we reduce the temperature wherein we have kept fishes for it. All right, so herein Gaurav, now everybody have come. So I don't know if you're answering from previous or this one. So for, I guess for this, Gaurav, Abhinav, okay, Gaurav says B, Ankush says A, Abhinav, I don't know if he's telling about the previous or this one. I'll assume this one. So herein the correct answer over here, it is option number A, that is minus 18 degrees Celsius. So herein there are two basic requirements for freezing when we freeze the fishes. The first one is that the temperature, the fish, it should be frozen quickly. So at the very moment since you have harvested, you should freeze it, and then the temperature, it should be maintained minus 18 degree or below. So it could be minus 18, minus 19, minus 20, but the minimum of minus 18 over here. All right. So yes, option number A, that as Ankush has also said, A is the correct answer of it. All right. Now let's move to the last question of today, which is which of the following is our methods to suppress bacterial growth? So herein we have to, because again it is that's an organism, right? So there are high chances of bacteria infestation, and that is why we do one of the following methods to suppress this microbial growth. All right, see the correct answer over here, it is option number E, that is all of the above. So let's understand all. So in salting, this is the cheapest method, you can say, and the easiest way to remove the bacterial infestation. So you just have to sprinkle the salt over the fishes, right? So next one is drying. So in drying, what happens, it is also one of the cheapest cheap methods. So what happens in this, you dry it, but what happens, in both the method, although they are cheap, and to some extent the quality, the, you can say, quality and nutrient content of the whatever fish was there, it retains, but it is not as much as these two methods, but these but not as the in which you use machines, all right, for the purpose, because what happens, because they are more expensive, but they provide better service for it. So herein in smoking, what is done in smoking, you smoke the fish from every part of it. And next is fermentation. In fermentation, this is the best example you can know of the pickles also, right? So you ferment it for some period, and then it can be used for a longer duration. Other methods, for example, we have canning. This is that particular method I was talking about. It is expensive, but it can retain the fishes for the longer time. In case of fermentation, what happens, the odor, the smell of it, it changes, and also the appearance also, because we have fermented it for a longer time, right? So Gaurav and Ankush both said all, and yes, that is the correct answer of that. So these are some methods that you can use to suppress the bacterial growth. All right. So that is all for today, and this is the end of this particular chapter, fisheries. All right. So next is here are the toppers of the last session. So Abhinav, he said the correct answer. That is, I asked about the harvest and post harvest, which institute is of fisheries that is associated with it. So Central Institute of Fisheries Technology, that is in Kerala. Abhinav said the correct answer, and he also gave additional information when it was established, who is the director. That is very good. You should be aware of that if you are preparing for examination. Ilakia, I hope your doubt is clear, because we talked about not just the post harvest but also about the harvesting also. And here in this particular institute, it is the only institute that provides both, that takes care of the both. Then we have Ayushi, she also said the correct answer. And the homework that you have for today is what is curing. Now the fun fact is, we have already covered this curing in today's session, but you don't know specifically what this term is all about, and this was asked in your NABARD 2021, I guess. So you should be aware of such terms. What happens, you have studied but you don't know exactly what it stands for, and that is where the confusion begins. So that is why this is your homework, and I hope you all will do it. And that is all for today. I hope you enjoyed the session, and we'll meet again on Tuesday with new chapter. And if you still have any queries, you can comment down it below. I'll definitely reply.